Gospel of the Day. From the Gospel according to Matthew. Matthew 1:16, 18-21, 24a. Jacob was the father of Joseph, the husband of Mary. Of her was born Jesus, who is called the Christ. Now this is how the birth of Jesus Christ came about. When his mother Mary was betrothed to Joseph, but before they lived together, she was found with child through the Holy Spirit. Joseph, her husband, since he was a righteous man, yet unwilling to expose her to shame, decided to divorce her quietly. Such was his intention when, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream and said, "Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to take Mary your wife into your home. For it is through the Holy Spirit that this child has been conceived in her. She will bear a son, and you are to name him Jesus, because he will save his people from their sins." When Joseph awoke, he did as the angel of the Lord had commanded him, and took his wife into his home. Addressing himself above all to the Judeo-Christians, Matthew starts from Abraham and ends up at Joseph, defined as the husband of Mary, of whom Jesus was born, who is called Christ. The evangelist Matthew helps us to understand that the person of Joseph, although apparently marginal, discreet, and in the background, is in fact a central element in the history of salvation. Joseph lives his role without ever seeking to take over the scene. Thus, everyone can find in Saint Joseph the man who goes unnoticed, the man of daily presence, of discreet and hidden presence, an intercessor, a support and a guide in times of difficulty. He reminds us that all those who are seemingly hidden or in the second row are unparalleled protagonists in the history of salvation. The world needs these men and women in the second row, but who support the development of our life, of every one of us, and who, with prayer and by their example, with their teaching, sustain us on the path of life. A society such as ours, which has been defined as liquid, as it seems not to have consistency. I will correct the philosopher who coined this definition and say, more than liquid, gaseous, a properly gaseous society. This liquid, gaseous society finds in the story of Joseph a very clear indication of the importance of human bonds. Indeed, the Gospel tells us the genealogy of Jesus not only for a theological reason, but also to remind each one of us that our lives are made up of bonds that precede and accompany us. The Son of God chose to come into the world by way of such bonds, the way of history. He did not come down into the world by magic, no. He took the historic route we all take. General Audience, 24th November 2021.